how to live life in a community and how to grow in that community. So this is the chapter today, and I'm telling you this because now, as you can hear, there are so many birds around here, and also I have my own nest that I have built for the birds here. And one thing that I have noticed that is very similar to what the Buddha have said is that we all need to find the group that are like-minded people, people who are trying to develop their ability in morality, not to harm other people, not to harm themselves, people who are trying to be generous, to give from what they have for others. You want to surround yourself with people like that because it's a lot of fun to be in an environment where people are not cheap. So you want to have this kind of a group of friends around you, and also people who are trying to develop themselves mentally, emotionally. And nowadays, over there are so many tiny little birds. I don't know what's their name, but tiny little birds, and you can see that there are many groups. And I was looking at them and I had two questions. The first one, why isn't that each and every bird flies by itself? Why are they in a community? And the second question was, why aren't they all in the same group? So I think, for my own experience in life, sometimes we find ourselves alone, not lonely, but alone. And for some time it's very good, especially if you want to train yourself mentally, then taking some time for yourself is very good. Whether you are a householder, 1 hour, 2 hours per day, good enough. If you are a monk, maybe some more. But then at the end you want to go back to the society. So this is why you go back to the group. You don't stay by yourself all the time. And then how do you choose your environment? Are you choosing people who randomly you choose them just not to be alone? Well, that maybe is good when we are children. But when we are adults, especially if we want to generate love within ourselves, generate love towards other people and towards this universe that we are living in, then we must find people who are resonating with us, who are at least trying to preserve their good qualities. I'm not talking about even increasing, but at least trying to preserve their own qualities, the good qualities. And like this, you find yourself growing, because it's like when you go to the gym, there is a community. Maybe we don't call it a community, but when you go to the gym, it's a community of people who are training physically. You are getting there, everyone around you are practicing, and it gives you motivation. Suddenly, it's not like staying at home on the sofa. Suddenly you are surrounded by people who are practicing physically, and that gives you energy even if you are tired. And so the same in creating mental motivation to break through our emotional barriers in order to generate more love, peace, and harmony within ourselves. So when we find ourselves in a monastery like I am, then obviously there is a community of like-minded people. And so everybody are helping everyone. And even if you just invite some friends and you share with them what you have learned, just a little bit, just to generate a discussion, this is already good enough. You are creating with your own hands your environment. When we choose people who are trying to develop love, then we will be loved. When we are trying to find people who are trying to develop generosity, then we will get their generosity as well. We will be a part of the recipients. And when we try to find people who are developing their morality not to harm others, then we will not get harmed. And it means mainly to ourselves. We need to develop these qualities within ourselves. I think the birds here agree.
Want to learn more about happiness? Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, and book a seat for a seminar or a private meeting on our website, monkidan.com.